Hey, welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to talk about the life cycle of widgets. And we already know about these two types of widgets, right? Stateless and stateful. Stateless widgets are quite straightforward. They have a simple life cycle with just one method, build. It's like a one-hit wonder. It builds the UI and that's it. But when it comes to stateful widgets, things get more interesting. We have got a bunch of methods to explore. Let's take a closer look at the lifecycle of stateful widgets. First of all, we have createState. When the Flutter needs to make a stateful widget, it immediately calls createState. This method is responsible for connection between the widget and its mutable state. You can think it as the birthplace of the widget's dynamic behavior. This is the first method called after createState, or when the object is inserted into the tree. The framework calls this method exactly once for each state, never again during its lifecycle. It's your chance to initialize state and data, setting the stage for widget's journey, especially for data that depends on a specific build context. didChangeDependencies method is called immediately after initState. It gets called when anything in the widget's environment changes. You can picture it as your alert system. It tells you when the environment around your widget changes. As example, when something outside your widget changes, like provider value or API data, and your widget relies on that. You can update your state based on the new information inside this method. As you can use context in this method, right? So, it's called in two main scenarios. One, immediate after initState, and two, whenever anything changes in the widget environment. After all these methods, it's finally time to call the heart of lifecycle, build. Remember, it's your canvas, or it's the architect for crafting the UI you see on screen. It's called every time the widget needs to render its visual representation. In this lifecycle, we have a superpower called setState. If we want to rebuild the widget tree, we can call setState. It recalls the build and updates the widget tree again with updated data. didUpdateWidget method called whenever the widget configuration changes. It's like the widget's detective, always on the lookout for changes. It takes the old widget with it, and we can compare that with the new widget. Based on these conditional actions, we can modify the UI. When a widget is in deactivate state, it means it is in temporary departure, like stepping out of the spotlight for a moment, waiting to be called again and reinserted to the widget tree again. Like a list view, an element of the list temporarily can go out of the screen. It's in deactivate state, but it can again come back to the screen. Dispose method triggered whenever the created object of the stateful widget is removed permanently from the widget tree. After this, there will be no existence of the widget's object. So, if you want to close something or unsubscribe something when the widget is closed, do that here, like any easy loading or animation or something like this. From the createState to the dispose, the stateful widget completes its lifecycle journey. I hope this video has been your complete guide through the lifecycle of Flutter widgets. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Facebook as well.